Good evening and hello YouTube! Welcome aboard with Stormus-Furry. I'll get there in a fucking minute. I hate false starts. Good evening and hello YouTube! Welcome aboard with Stormus, the furry biker. I hope everybody's doing well out there, keeping it safe and rubber side down if you're a fellow biker, and of course legal. I always stress that last one more than anything. Big shout out as always to all of my subscribers, old and new, be it bikers, furries, non-bikers, non-furries, whatever you are, wherever you are in this weird, crazy, wacky, mixed up planet that we are on. So I'd like to start this video out, as I always do, with a massive shout out to all of my subscribers, old and new. You people are absolutely fucking awesome. I've already done that bit, haven't I? Fail! Oh god, it's been one of those days at work. So, before I launch into the video, here come the obligatory shout outs. First shout out as always to Steve, Ken and Sue, the Bike Talk crew. If you live in Nottingham or the surrounding areas, you're looking to do CBT, A1, A2, or even your direct access, give these people a shout. They are absolutely fucking brilliant. Personal shout outs go to my good furry friend Zippy the Irish Wolf, who runs her own YouTube channel, the Zips Files. Laura Kay of May Fursuit. I'm putting a lot of shout outs to her because she is a fucking brilliantly talented frog in my throat. Seriously talented fursuit maker. And also shout out going out to my good friend Base. Now if you're a furry, you'll know who Base is. Runs a fursuit company called The Beauty of the Base Creations. Brilliant fursuit maker, brilliant fursuiter. Absolutely brilliant person. Moving swiftly onwards to the content of tonight's video. As many of you may notice, the seasons are starting to change now, because we are now in September, which is autumn. Well, things start to get a bit autumnal about now. Start getting a little bit colder, a little bit fucking wetter. And most people who don't commute year in all year round decide, okay, it's time to put my bike to bed for this time of year. While people like me, who are absolutely fucking ludicrous, decide, you know, to tough it out and commute all year round. You know, it's not actually that bad thing to do. It may get a bit cold, a bit wetter, but if you're prepared and your bike is prepared, then things can be a little bit more comfortable. So, first thing you got to think about is yourself. Because I can tell you now from experience, summer gloves just do not fucking cut it for the depths of fucking winter. So if you're going to be riding through the winter, you want to get yourself some winter gloves. I know it may seem a bit archaic me saying that, but winter gloves tend to be a bit thicker. They have waterproof membranes on them, fleece lining, nice and toasty. Another thing to do is get, and this can sound weird, silk undergloves. They work as well, you know, give you an extra layer underneath your winter gloves just to keep your hands a little bit more toasty. Or you can be a right flash bastard and have heated grips fitted. I personally don't see the point of heated grips on a 125. You know, and I personally believe they're the purveyance of the bigger bike, the Tourer. You know, bikes that are used for long distances and that sort of a jazzle. Underneath your clothing, you know, you can wear your normal biker jacket, leather trousers and that, but get yourself a thermal t-shirt, a long sleeve thermal vest even, and some thermal trousers to go underneath. You know, they do help. Nice. They do help keep you just a little bit warmer. And also think about, you know, maybe putting on an extra pair of socks. Keep your feet a little bit warmer. Because bear in mind, in the winter, especially if it's chucking it down, your body temperature is going to be dropping 20% faster if you're cold and wet than if you're in the nice, warm and sunny dry. So think about, you know, maybe some waterproof boots. I mean, I'm riding with RST Tractech Evos, the first ones, and you know, they're 100% waterproof, but keep feet nice and toasty in the winter, and moderately waterproof. They say they're waterproof. I'd say they're more heavy showerproof than fucking cloudburst proof. My jacket, a Merlin Colt. You know, I tend to have. I wear a pair of waterproof over trousers on them. You know, when it's really bad, when the weather's right fucking shitty. Helps keep me dry. Well, drier. Again, nothing is absolutely 100% waterproof unless it's plastic or Gore-Tex. If it's 100% plastic, like they wear on fishing boats, then you're going to sweat like a fucking cunt even in the fucking depths of winter. I can tell you that bastard from experience too. Yeah, Gore-Tex allows you, it's waterproof, but it also breathes, so it helps with the comfort side of things. Now, scarves are good to help. Balaclavas, neck scarves, head scarves, as in, you know, silk balaclavas. They're good for wearing underneath the crash helmet. I normally wear a nylon scarf around my neck, you know, keep the wind off my neck. I've got like a wind guard on the underside of my helmet as well, so it stops the wind getting underneath that. Again, it's a little comfort thing, but I still keep some of my helmet vents open, because despite having a pin lock, my visor does still mist up from time to time, which is fucking annoying, and I will be honest on that one. I've actually toyed with the idea of taking my pin lock out. You know, it's that much of a fucking annoyance. So we've dealt with yourself as a rider, you know, how to deal with, you know, how to prep yourself. What about your bike? Well, with winter also comes colder temperatures. We all know about that fucker. So if you've got an air-cooled bike, you're alright. Air-cooled bikes like cold weather, even if they are stroppy bastards to start sometimes. Misty being a good example of that. The GNs hate freezing cold weather with a fucking passion. And I can tell you that fucker from experience as well. I mean, if you have a liquid cooled bike like Firestorm, we then have another problem. The coolant, which if you don't put antifreeze in, can freeze. I know it sounds like I'm trying to tell you how to suck eggs here, but if you don't put antifreeze into your coolant, then it's going to freeze up. The trouble with frozen coolant is ice expands. And that can split your fucking coolant bottle, your pipes, damage your rad, you know, all sorts of shit like that. So give your bike like a pre-winter service. Top up the coolant, check your levels, check your oil levels, check your tyres, chain, make sure your coolant's got antifreeze in. And to protect your paintwork and your bike, you know, from road salt and that sort of jazz, you want to look into something like a silicone based spray, just to spray over your bike, you know, something that acts like a water dispersant, because the biggest killer for bikes in cold weather is actually fucking road salt. So you want to give your bike a wash at least once, you know, once a week, every weekend, like. Keep on top of it. Because I know, you know, during summer you can expand your wash intervals because it's summer, you know, and you mainly get fucking road dust. The odd bit of rain shit if it decides to rain, but road salt is a fucking cunt. It is an absolute bastard. It is one of the biggest causes of rust on bikes, if I'm honest. So we've covered the bike and we've covered the rider. What hazards await us during the winter and the autumn? Well, I know a lot of people have heard the old phrase on the railways, leaves on the line. It is actually true. Leaves can cause all sorts of fucking trouble on the railways, and they can cause trouble for bikes too. That lovely corner you can take at 50-60 mile an hour in dry, if it's covered in wet fucking leaves, you're going to be on for a slippy slidey fest. And I mean a slipping sliding fest. Because leaves that are wet are not known for the amount of traction that they give. You got to also watch out for the heavy rain, which causes an effect called aquaplaning if you're not careful. Which is where your tyre, where water creates a barrier between your tyre and the road, and you lose all sense of fucking braking, control. Your bike will probably feel like it's gone fucking light. If you're aquaplaning, ease off your throttle. Do not pull your clutch in. Try and use your engine brake and slow yourself down in a controlled manner. But perhaps the biggest problem facing bikes in cold, wintry weather, more than anything, is black ice. As its name suggests, black. You can't see it. Well, you can. It's just not very easy to spot. If you've been on a road that's dry and it looks wet, you know, it's got a sheen on it, chances are it's black ice. And I can tell you now from experience, black ice is the hardest thing to fucking deal with if you're on a bike, because you have absolutely no control at all over your bike, over your steering. If you find yourself on black ice, the best advice I can give you is just roll off your throttle. Do not try and steer. I know it's easier said than done, but get your feet down, off your throttle, feet down, and try and keep yourself as upright as possible. Because your engine braking will bring you to a stop eventually, even if you stall your bike. No. If you find yourself on black ice, first thing you do, get your feet down, try and stabilise yourself, roll off the throttle. Do not at all touch your brakes. Just try and ride it through, try and ride it out. You'll know you're off it when you feel a bit of grip. Unfortunately, it's something that I can't actually describe the sensation of being on black ice, apart from it's fucking scary, because you've gone from all your control to nothing in the blink of an eye. It is probably the most unbelievable feeling there is, and not in a good way either. So that basically wraps up this little video for winter preparation. I know it's not a long one, but I hope you people have found it entertaining, informative and useful. I will see you all on my next video. So until next time, ladies, gentlemen, furries, non-furries, bikers, non-bikers, this is the Furry Biker signing off until next time, saying bye.